Hey yo, what is good YouTube? This game we're playing AKALI in the top lane against GANGPLANK.
The truth.
This lane is pretty annoying just because in lane, GANGPLANK can trade you pretty well in the early game if he's able to land his autos. So from level 1 to 3, not his autos, his Q. So he'll just poke you with his Q, and at the same time he's also getting klepto stacks. So it's a pretty garbage early game. But if you're able to poke him back with your QW combo, then there are times where you can go for good trades. But every time you dash on him, a good GP will keep a barrel under him. So alright, so when I'm back and come back to lane, the items I buy are just components for my gunblade. And the reason being is because this lane isn't a lane where you need to build tanky. You just need to get your gunblade, and then once you get your gunblade, you can try to fight with him. If you build tank, it's kind of like a waste. Because once you get your level 6, it'll be very hard to kill him if you don't do enough damage. However, if your lane is... if you're getting poked down way too hard in lane, then you can always get a DOESN shield or Seekers. But just don't finish your Zonias unless you're really losing lane hard. But yeah, as you can see there, if you dodge his barrels, you come out on top in trades. Alright, as you can see, this lane is basically a farm lane. Unless, 1, you're able to get the damage you need to fight him, or 2, he decides to engage on you. If he plays very safe, then it will be very hard to fight him. And here, as you can see, let's watch that again. Alright, so here, GP wastes his barrel on me, so I know if I engage on him, he doesn't have as many barrels as he can use to fight me. But the second I engage on him, I just pop. First of all, I pop his barrel so he doesn't do that extra damage to me. And the second he ultimates, I jump away because you don't want to stand within the GP ultimate. It does a lot of damage. But now that he wastes his ultimate, you can just sustain back in lane, and then once you get all your sustain back, you can just fight him. Here, Ward comes to help me, but I'm pretty confident I would have killed him with one auto here. Always keep in mind that your sustain is a lot better than GP's. He has his orange, but if you're able to just lifesteal and spell vamp off the minions, then you'll always be more healthier than him. And if you bait out CDRs, then you'll have a higher chance of fighting him after he wastes his cooldown. Alright, so here, I'm just trying to go for trades against GP, and as you can see, if you just get your items, you can easily try to fight him. But if you don't have your items, you won't be able to burst him. And you shouldn't be scared of GP anyways, unless he gets a lot of items or he's really good at landing his barrels, which most GPs aren't. Alright, so here I poke GP out of lane, and since Riven's here to cover for him, she's level 7, so I called the ward for a dive, and I hit my Zonias. I can easily just kill the Riven and get the hell out. Here I actually make a mistake, where we overstayed because the enemy fish was here. Shouldn't have overstayed. Alright, so always keep in mind that GP is a very squishy champion, and if you're able to just hop on him and instantly burst him here, just like that, and with Morgana coming out, it was just an easier kill. Here Morgana dies for me, and I just run away. So here Thresh is chasing me solo, and since he's solo, I decided to go for a turn on him. But then I see Jhin, so I focus the Jhin because ADC is a better focus than tanky Thresh. But unfortunately, Riven comes to the cleanup, so we give them more kills than we should have. Alright, so in this clip, Fizz is pushing for the turret, but unfortunately he's really overextended. And Fizz against AKALI, you always win because the chances of him hitting his fish on you is very low. If 1, you're able to use your W to dodge, and 2, you can just I can say you sustain quite well off of him too, so he has a really hard time bursting you. The enemy team decided to do Baron just because they saw that we were all bot side trying to stop the Fizz, but unfortunately they don't really have the damage to do that. Here I go for engage, and this would have been good if our jungler and Draven was closer, but this guy DC'd, so we all died. I didn't pay attention to him DCing because I saw him walking with me, then all of a sudden he just stopped walking, and I didn't pay attention. So it wasn't my bad for not paying attention, but as you can see, it would have been a full wipe if he was there. Here I'm going to defend bot tower with against Fizz, and as you can see, he can just burst him so fast that even with his R, he won't be able to kill you. And here he uses R to try to stop me from chasing him. Also Zhonya's, but yeah, no chance. He's gone. Alright, so in this play we end up sneaking Baron just because Fizz is bot lane and GP is not here. And because of that, since they're off the map and we cleared all the wards, we were able to do Baron for free. And here I see Jhin opened up his ultimate. And whenever you see a Jhin use his ultimate, that means he's standing still. So you always want to go and try to pick him off. But unfortunately, he uses the blast plants and gets out. Fizz here misses his ult. And we just chase him down and he dies. And after getting Baron, we end up getting their mid turret to mid inhib. After that, I go bot and clear the waves because you always want to keep farming so you don't fall behind. Right here, we actually get picked off, and because of that, our Draven dies, but he has GA, so he comes back to life. And because of that, we're able to pick the Fizz off that bursted him, and the Thresh that was there. Unfortunately, the GP wasn't there either, so the fight went better than it should have. Here, instead of running it down mid, since we already got mid turret, I told my team to just wait for me to split bot a bit and then allow us to get bot tower. We get the bot turret and we end up just diving them. But then since I saw that if this keeps on continuing, we're just going to eventually get them free kills, that's why I dipped out. Okay, so here I want to split top. I bought a armor item just because at this point I'm just too strong, and there's really no need for me to get any more damage, and also I'm not scared of Fizz, so I don't need any MR. And here my teammates fight, so I TP in, thinking about flanking them from the backside, but I see Fizz, so I just kill him first. And after that I regroup with my team. Kinda scared to jump in just because it's 1v3. So instead we just go ping the inhib and we get the inhib. Dragon. Alright, after getting the mid and bottom turrets, we go top to try to push it down. But then Fizz seems like a free catch. And here Azir makes a good play. He stops him from using the Thresh Lantern and we end up getting the kill on Fizz. After that, we just dive their base. I think it's GP here, but I could be wrong. Nah, okay, so my teammates are diving hard, and I really don't want to throw a game. So I just push top. Here, everyone's in base, protecting the turret, so we decide to hit Baron. But here Fizz ults me, and I really don't care because I just spelled down. We lose Baron here, but I get one-shotted as well. It was a risky Baron. Fizz got it. It wasn't even the junglers, which is sad. But we risked it because we were so ahead, and a lot of times you don't want to do this. However, sometimes you just are that ahead that you don't mind taking the L on the Baron, which is unfortunate. But after losing Baron to the enemy team, we aren't really behind. We're actually still ahead in terms of damage and gold. So we just decided to group together instead of splitting and just push them down. Shove all the minions in. And yeah, we burst everyone gold. Just like that is GG. It was a rough game. Big mistake was on the Baron. Never do Baron like that, but it happens in solo queue. However, in the end we still won, so it wasn't too bad. GG. And that's how you play GP or AKALI against GP. Laning phase is hard, but once you get 6 or Gunblade, it's pretty much over.